Hello, and welcome to this diaphragmatic breathing practice. For our time together today, you can either be lying down, seated, or standing, whatever you prefer. And as you start to settle into your position, wherever you are, I invite you to find a long, tall spine. Sitting up tall or lengthening the spine in any position helps you create as much space as possible in your ribcage area for your breath to flow. Today's practice is all about creating space for the breath. So notice how it feels to sit or stand upright or to lie down with a long spine. And now, maybe bringing some gentle awareness to your breath. And as you start to become aware of your breath, I invite you to just breathe naturally. No need to force anything. Just spend a moment here noticing what it's like to breathe right now. One of the biggest mistakes that people often make with diaphragmatic breathing is they tense up and really try to force the breath into the belly. Today we want to focus on softening rather than tensing. Diaphragmatic breathing doesn't need to be effortful or forceful. If we set ourselves up properly, it will often just happen without much effort. It's about softening and allowing the breath to fill up your entire abdomen like a balloon being filled up with air. So as you breathe now, can you imagine a softness in your belly? A softness in your whole abdomen. A softness in your chest, your shoulders, neck, and face. Imagining each area of the body softening as you breathe. Now, sticking with this idea of softening, I invite you to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And as you continue to inhale and exhale, just start to notice the movement of your hands. If we're breathing diaphragmatically, ideally we would want the bottom hand, that hand on your belly, to move first. But we don't want to force our bellies out to make this happen. But rather think about inviting the breath to go lower, to start lower. If it's helpful, you can imagine that the breath has some sort of visible form, like a ray of light. And as you inhale, maybe picture this ray of light starting to illuminate that area just under your belly button. And then maybe it starts to travel up to your rib cage, and finally up to your chest. And as you exhale, feel the air leaving your chest, your ribs, and then your belly. Just feeling that flow, that rhythm with the breath. Feeling the inhale in your belly, ribs, and chest. Feeling it exit your chest, ribs, and belly. Letting that breath just flow in and out of you. Watching it come in and out like an ocean wave, approaching the shore and then retreating. And if it's helpful to you, you can just keep repeating that phrase to yourself as you breathe. Belly, ribs, chest, chest, ribs, belly, in and out. Now, all of this is a nice starting place for diaphragmatic breathing. But so far, we've really only focused on the front side of the body. And in reality, diaphragmatic breathing is a 360-degree experience. We're not only expanding the belly, but we're expanding our ribs out side to side. We're expanding through the back. We're lowering through the pelvic floor. The whole abdomen is expanding to make more room for the breath. So as you continue to breathe, take a moment and see if you can sense or feel this 360-degree expansion. Again, not forcing, just seeing if you can imagine it, or maybe even feel it. Feeling your front, your back, and each side expand. Full body expansion. And if you can't feel it, that's okay. It can take some practice. So just stick with it and let it happen naturally. Trust that it is happening naturally. Sometimes when we think too hard about it, we can stand in our own way. We create unnecessary tension. So just focus on this idea of softening, expanding, making room, creating space. Making room for the breath with each inhale and releasing old air on each exhale. And if it's helpful, you can once again imagine your abdomen like a balloon. Imagine it filling up with air on all sides and gently letting that air go, gently deflating. And if you're lying down right now, you might actually be able to feel this a little bit more. You might be able to feel your back moving against the floor or mat or bed. And if you're not lying down, that's okay. Just imagine it. Expansion and contraction. Inviting air in and releasing. Making room, then letting go. This is diaphragmatic breathing. So go ahead and enjoy just a few more breaths here. When you're ready, you can gently let go of any conscious control of the breath. Let the breath just return to normal. Maybe start to bring a little awareness to the rest of your body. Maybe inviting some gentle movement in your fingers or toes. Maybe finding a gentle stretch. If your eyes are closed, maybe gently blinking them open. Bringing your awareness back to the space, back to this moment. And noticing how you feel now compared to how you felt when we started. I hope this practice was helpful for you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Take care.